Have you heard the story of the 87-year-old woman, the 19-year-old intruder, and a box of butter and honey crackers? Here's how it goes. So this 87-year-old lady, on August 2nd, just a couple days ago, she wakes up, middle of the night. She's got an intruder at the foot of her bed. Now he's 19, his pants and shoes are removed and in the corner of the room. That's clearly not a good sign. She is rightfully scared for her life, scared for her body. She has every reason to be terrified. She fights him off. She uses a chair for defense. She tries to hit and kick. He does punch her once in the head and leaves her with a bruise. But at some point in the fight, he just gets too hungry to keep going. He's just starving. So he leaves this attack. He leaves and wanders off to her kitchen. Well, she follows. She says he finally admits he was just awfully hungry. She offers him an entire box of honey and butter crackers. She said, you could have the whole thing. She gives him 2 bottles of Ensure, because that's what she's got at the house, and 2 tangerines. He eventually, after eating a little bit and deciding he's not hungry anymore, he leaves her residence. He goes before she finally calls the police. Now, when she called the police, she actually had a good idea of who this was. He used to mow her lawn as a teenager. I understand at 19 he's still a teenager. Earlier, he had mowed her lawn. She actually said he used to do a great job. She wished he'd get his life together, which is, she sounds like the sweetest lady on earth. The box of honey and butter crackers, that saves her life in this case, or at least her life and limb. The suspect has not been identified by the cops, so we don't know exactly who he is. He has been charged with burglary, criminal threatening, assault, and consuming alcohol as a minor, because apparently he was drunk, which makes sense. He's doing very irrational things and stopping for very irrational reasons. He was clearly on something, and it turns out he was very drunk. So it's a crazy story. It's absolutely wild that you've got a 19-year-old who knows this 87-year-old lady, so unless he intended to kill her, he knew she would recognize him. That's super scary. So she likely was not intended to leave this encounter alive. And she's got a box of honey and butter crackers, a couple bottles of Ensure, and of course 2 tangerines to thank for the fact that she's still walking this earth. And he's got his own crazy thoughts. He's got those to thank for being in jail for hopefully a very long time.